The thing I loved about today was we got a lot of situations. We really were able to, put our guys in a lot of positions that are game-like that you don't always get, from, where it was overtime to tight red zone to the high red zone and drives, and then got some coming out, series, learning how to deal with that, and just got a lot of guys, a lot of reps, and so, I feel like it was a very productive day. So film will show exactly what we need to work on and things we got to get corrected. But overall, I was very pleased with what kind of work we were able to get done.
Connor Thomas and Rod Lloyd got a lot of reps today. Is that playing coming in?
Yeah, we've got some older guys that we know what they can do, and I feel really good about them. And so I just want to give these young guys a chance to get reps. And really been impressed with Rod Lloyd. I mean, he's came here as a walk-on Park Tudor. Awesome kid, runs hard. He's been very impressive throughout the whole spring. So he's a true freshman, and was really good for us in the fall on scout teams. But his quickness and his power and his speed, he's just been a real pleasant surprise. So I'm really proud of him. Just love his attitude.
What's the balance? I guess you talk about older guys knowing kind of what they're about. At this point in spring in particular, what's the balance? You start through wanting to get some of those guys reps, but maybe not wanting to overdo it.
Well, once you get them, I think, to the point where you feel like they have a good rep base to be polished for spring, then you want to get them out of the live reps, and we've done that with several guys, just from the perspective of, trying to protect our depth and also develop our younger ones to get them more time to get reps on the field in live settings. So, you notice with a few guys, we started to pull them out as we got here near the end. And so it's never an exact science, it's something that's got, it's a gut feel for sure, but sometimes it is wrapped around the guy's health. If he starts getting something minor, doesn't feel great, we just, instead of taking a chance, we pull them out. But overall, really more than anything, it's been about, just developing the younger guys and letting the older guys, sit back and stay healthy.
What are you looking for from Les Martin in terms of this spring and then obviously
the leadership is a big part, and I've been so proud of him for that. He's a great leader. Our team, just when you pull guys aside individually, they all comment about what a great leader he is, because he just knows when to speak, and he's not a loud guy that takes over the team in terms of verbally, but it's a one-on-ones, it's the pulling a guy aside, saying the right thing at the right time, in the right tone. And because he's mature and because he's been around so much, he understands what needs to be done. So I just think that for him, it's about his play as well, and he's continued to play at a high level. He keeps getting stronger every single time we do any kind of a testing, and our strength staff's been super impressed with him. And so it's all that combined, and then at the end of the day, it's just him being a senior leader, which we really need.
How's Morgan Ellison doing? What's his status moving
forward? Doing good. I think that he won't be practicing the rest of the spring. He had a lower leg injury, but he will be back. And it actually was a very, very good prognosis. So we feel good about it. But obviously this point we're going to take any chances. So get him healthy and get him ready to roll. He should be full board by the beginning of the summer.
Thomas Allen. I'm sure it's weird to answer questions, but we saw him mixing in between the ones and the twos a little bit, and I know he's maybe a different case because this isn't his first spring practice, even if he is a redshirt freshman. Just what do you think he can bring to that line?
Well, he gives us tremendous size at 240 pounds and good knowledge of the defense, knows what to do. He's just really been, he showed up today a few times, flashed to me, made some good plays. I think more than anything, it's just about continued confidence. He missed half a spring ball last year with an injury, so didn't get the full benefit of being here, but has definitely progressed and cares a whole bunch, does little things right, and has been great in the weight room. Our regular staff loves him, and just has seen that the mindset that he brings and how hard he works. So we're playing both those guys in there with the ones, and both of them are doing some good things.
Demarius Bowens, I think, some important reps there.
Yeah.
What do you see from him?
I tell you what, even last Thursday's practice, he got my attention on film. He's a guy I've been challenging about stepping up and elevating his play, and I think he's starting to do that. It's about consistent performance for him. He's a big body for us. We have to have him. We've got a few guys out on the D-line at this point, and he's going to have to play valuable reps for us this fall. So I've been very encouraged by his progress. We need him to continue to do that, and I think he's going to have a really good season.
James Head had a impressive play running down the running back from the backside. What have you seen? He doesn't look like a guy who should still be in high school, but what have you seen from him?
Well, growth. I've seen a lot of growth out of him. Him being here early has been huge for him. As you mentioned, he's a mid-year enrollee, so he should still be in high school, and he's definitely flashing also. You always look for those guys who makes key plays at key times, and he, as he's learned the defense, his confidence has grown. He had a little tweaked hamstring early and started spring balls that kind of slowed him down a little bit. But as his knowledge has grown, he's playing faster, he's reacting quicker, and super excited about him. And he's another one. It's just a great kid that does all the little things right. And that's kind of a constant theme, but we're attracting more guys here that I believe want to do the right things on and off the field, because those guys, you win with those kind of guys because they're dependable. And I want guys that are smart, tough, and dependable. And that's the kind of guys you win with.
Bryant Fitzgerald, Juwan Burgess both missed last season for different reasons, but it seems like they're getting a fair amount of run at safety. What can those guys bring you? Maybe what do you need them to bring you, given what you've lost back there?
We need a lot out of them, and I think that with the loss of so many seniors in the safety position, we have big plans for both those guys, and it's highly competitive back there. Jonathan Crawford's obviously a mainstay, but he played too many snaps, and so we're trying to get Juwan ready. And Juwan has tremendous burst. He's a great finisher, and Fitzy's a great tackler. And so we have those guys in really, I think, spots that fit their skill set, and they're both going to play. We're going to play a bunch, and they may be starters, and they may be the next guy in, but however it plays out, they're going to be very, very valuable part of our defense. And I've really been impressed with their progress, and they're not true freshmen in terms of academically, but they are on the field, but not playing last fall. So really encouraged by their growth.
We talk all the time about the importance of the linebacker position. What have you seen from, obviously you got to replace some good guys, what have you seen from the guys this spring that are stepping in?
Raekwon Jones has, exceeded my expectations, and really proud of him. I think that he has made the most growth of anybody on our defense from last season to right now, and we needed him to. We sit him down and challenge him. He knew this was his time, and he's been so decisive in his decision making and such a great leader for us. Another one that's not very verbal, but he's been leading by how hard he's played. And I love his effort. Matter of fact, I just praised him in our last defensive meeting, and from the very first practice, he's been flying to the football, and he wants to extend the culture that we've created here. And we know there's, when you lose 8 seniors on one side of the ball, that's a significant loss. And so you got to have those next guys in line. They got to elevate, and we got guys. He's one of them that's done that. And we talked about Thomas and Mike, and they're getting better every single practice. And T.D. Roof's a guy that he'll have to sit out this year as a transfer, but he's got a bright future here. He's a heck of a football player. And then we've had Mo Burnham has been out with an injury, so he'll be back hopefully on Tuesday. But it's a group that's coming along, and I feel like that as a group, we got some young freshmen coming in that have already signed with us. It'll be here in June that will also be in the mix that I have high hopes for. So it's a group that's a work in progress for sure, but we're definitely seeing things moving in the right direction.
Do you have a format for the spring game yet?
Well, as of right now, it'll be very similar to last year. We're going to play a full game. We have Cream and Crimson got the draft on Monday night, which is a lot of fun. Kids are looking forward to that. Got our 4 free agents already picked. And they had the staff introduced this morning, and they had the coaches had great fun with that too. So it'll be neat. It'll be like a normal game. Now in between, we will have some field goal competitions like we did last year, because we want the value of those guys' picks in the draft and the free agency to be to be able to be shown. And so those guys are going to have to kick the football and to get points for the team. But other than that, it'll be a normal format of just a normal game.